So any doubts? Any doubts to anyone? So we have done till, so should we start?
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी.
Yes, sir.
So let me know what was this equation all about?
Flow for
हाँ जी. What is this equation all about?
inviscid flow.
Viscid flow, conservation of what?
Linear momentum.
Linear momentum in viscid region. What about this? What about this equation?
Inviscid and body force only in minus y direction.
Energy equation.
What is the conservation of?
Mechanical energy, sir.
Mechanical energy.
Mechanical
Conservation
energy.
of mechanical energy. For inviscid and other assumptions, it will depend what kind of Bernoullis you are deriving. So this is the first and foremost assumption in both the cases. So we talked about this yesterday also. So we are taking this forward, that is conservation of linear momentum. But now the analysis will not be restricted to inviscid region of flow, but we will be deriving it for any region of flow, and that too for any kind of fluid. And the philosophy we looked at was that this was the Lagrangian term, this was the Eulerian term. Although the right hand side was in terms of measurable quantities, but the left hand side was not in terms of measurable quantities, because it is very difficult to measure surface force and body forces magnitudes as far as fluid flow is concerned. So the basic premise behind simplifying this equation was to convert these into more measurable quantities. And when I say measurable, it means experimentally measurable quantities, and that we know inherently. This could be pressure, this could be velocity. So if I could convert, actually the pressure should not be a vector quantity. So if I could convert these quantities into pressure and velocity, my work is done. Any doubts to anyone in this basic philosophy? So from force, what should I convert force to?
Stress, sir.
Stress. Then stress to
Strain rate, sir.
strain rate. And strain rate is actually some derivative term of velocity. When I convert from force term to stress term, whether I am committing that this is the kind of fluid or it is applicable to any kind of fluid when I convert from force to stress.
Any kind of fluid, sir.
Any kind of fluid. So,
नो सर न्यूटोनियन फ्लूइड के लिए क्या
हाँ जी,
न्यूटोनियन फ्लूइड के लिए क्या होगा ना ये टाउ म्यू डी
नहीं, फोर्स को पहले स्ट्रेस में कन्वर्ट कर रहा हूँ.
ओके
जब फोर्स को स्ट्रेस में कन्वर्ट कर रहा हूँ, आई एम नॉट डेवलपिंग एनी कॉन्स्टिट्यूटिव रिलेशनशिप. So this constitutive relationship comes in which conversion? From stress to strain rate.
Right, sir.
स्ट्रेस टू स्ट्रेन
So then comes whether it is Newtonian, non-Newtonian, or some other kind of fluid. Any clear hai? So when I derive this conservation of linear momentum, and I'm particularly interested in Newtonian fluids, then I end up in which equation?
Navier-Stokes, sir.
Navier-Stokes equation. Any doubts to anyone? Now I'm coming to, because we want to convert force to stress. So I will quickly review for your benefit certain essential concepts related to stresses, and then we will formally come to the derivation part. So all of you, I think now are very much conversant with body and surface forces.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Surface forces could also be further categorized, as you could see. So this is just a surface force which is actually acting on a surface. This is also surface force. What is the difference? This is a surface force. This is also surface force. This is also surface force as such. What is the difference among the three? What is the difference among 1, 2, and 3?
So the first one is, I think, uniform force, but the second one is linearly varying.
No, that is not the case. I
The
mean,
second
one
in
is-
terms of area, if you see.
Actually,
The first one is acting on a area, sir.
So this is
Second
some
one is
finite
over
size
line.
area.
Yes, sir.
Second one is over a line.
Over a line, sir.
So line also has some thickness.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean? The area is primarily due to one dimension. The
Yes.
other dimension is very small. What about third?
At a
Over a
particular point.
You cannot define
Small dx.
the stress or pressure on a infinitesimal small area, because then it will tend to infinity. But in actual practice, because if this is the point, then point means it has zero area, then force upon area should go to infinity. So you don't talk about zero area, but you talk about some differentially small area. And you call them as surface forces, linear forces, and point forces. But all the three come into which category?
Very force, sir.
Surface force.
So please remember this subtle concept. All of them are surface forces. Although in this case, the area itself for the surface is very small, and this case also the area is very small. But does not matter. It matters is that force is applicable only through some surface, which may be differentially small or it may be some finite area. So that is the whole point. Likewise, you can have body forces. So if there was gravity only in negative y direction, then you have body forces acting on each and every part of this body. You could write down a resultant force for this acting at its center of gravity equals to mg, that is weight. Any doubts to anyone in surface and body forces? So I think you might have heard about this also. So can you let me know, these are certain forces which are acting on the object. Then what are these?
Internal forces, sir.
So these are internal forces. So these internal forces could actually be resolved into two parts. What is that? If you remember, if a object is in equilibrium, say in static equilibrium, what do you say? What should be equal to 0? If an object is in static equilibrium, what should equate to 0?
Action of all the forces
Sum
must
of
be equal
all
to zero.
forces.
Sum of all forces should go to
0.
0. And also sum of
Moment.
all
Moments.
moments will go to
0.
0. And is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So what does that mean? That these internal forces could be actually written down as this. That is in the form of a resultant force and a resultant moment. And please remember, if the object or the body is in equilibrium, then any part I choose is also in static equilibrium. So this body was in static equilibrium. If I cut it half, then this part will also be in static equilibrium.
That.
Hanji. Any doubts to anyone?
Yes. No, sir.
This internal force and moment have been represented by this resultant force and this resultant moment. Now, can you think about this force in terms of components? So, can you resolve this force into certain components?
Yes, sir.
In which components can you resolve this
Yes,
force?
sir.
What can you
FR.
resolve this force? One could be
Sin theta I cap.
FR
that is parallel to
theta
the
ligation.
Parallel to the surface.
parallel to the surface.
Surface.
What else?
Perpendicular to the surface.
Perpendicular to the surface.
Perpendicular to the surface.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
So please remember, this is internal force and these are its components.
Component.
So if
Component.
this area was say A, then what is this? Surface, internal surface force parallel. So I write down this as internal parallel upon A. So this is equal to what?
Yes, sir.
Shear stress.
Shear stress. And what about this?
Normal stress, sir.
Normal stress. So this is F I perpendicular upon A. This is normal stress. Any doubts to anyone? So please remember, this again was resultant. I could equally write down in this fashion also. I am showing here. I could have written down like this also. So this was the object. I could write down in this manner. This is just equivalent to what I have shown. This could be written down as like this. So these are equivalent. So this was the resultant and this was the distribution. Likewise, I can have for the other case also. I could show it with the distribution acting normal or this could also be equal to one single log. Any clear hai? Any doubts to anyone?
No, sir.
Likewise, I could resolve.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर,
हाँ जी बताइए.
सर जो F1 और F2 है वो तो नॉर्मल है ना सरफेस के,
कौन सा? कौन
जैसे
सा
F1 और F2 है, ये कैसे एक्ट कर रहे हैं?
ये जैसे मर्जी एक्ट करें. दिस इज नॉट स्पेसिफाइड कि क्या एंगल है. तभी जो FR है ये
Okay.
नॉर्मल है या पैरेलल है कुछ नहीं पता. बट व्हाट वी नो इज इफ देयर इज अ वेक्टर इन स्पेस you could always resolve into actually 3 components or in 2 components also कि एक आपने एक प्लेन में ले लिया, एक दूसरा उसके परपेंडिकुलर प्लेन में ले लिया. क्लियर है? पुलकित
यस सर,
क्लियर है?
यस
Please
सर.
ask me if it is not clear.
This FR is the resultant force, right?
FR is the resultant force and MRO is the resultant moment.
Okay.
Internal moment resultant, this is internal force resultant.
This force has been resolved into 2 components.
This force has been resolved into 2 components. One was parallel and one was
No.
perpendicular. And clear है?
Yes.
This was resolving the forces. What about the moments? Can you resolve moments as well? This was moment, resultant moment. I can resolve this in this direction and this direction.
Yes, sir.
So what will this tell you? What is this now? If you try to remember, what is this and what is this? I'm giving you 30 seconds, think about it, then I want answer from your side. The way you saw that it was normal force and shear force, what are these?
So bending moment, torsion moment.
Yes, you are correct. So this is torsional
Torsion.
movement
Torsion.
and this is bending moment.
Bending moment.
And clear hai?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts to anyone? So this is the complete picture. You can look at it and ask me if you have any doubts. Any doubts to anyone? Pulkit,
नो सर,
Abhishek,
No, sir.
Susthanu,
No, sir.
Subeg,
No, sir.
Syed, 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 are you there? Syed, Prashant,
No, sir.
then Karan,
No, sir.
Jolin,
No, sir.
Siddharth.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
So सैयद का टेस्ट आया सर चैट में.
How I have seen that. Chirag,
No, sir.
Dipanch.
No, sir.
Okay. So this was all about resultant forces and moments. Now I am coming to the concept of stress in a more detailed way. So you see this. This is some weight lying on this body B. If I draw the free body diagram, if I remove this support, I will have to put a corresponding
Normal force.
normal reaction, and this is the weight of the body over this object B. So this is the force representation. You could actually write down this in the form of a distribution like this. Likewise, you can have distribution above also written down like this. So these are two different ways to represent the same thing. When you represent with a single arrow, that is a force. When you represent with a distribution, then you essentially are depicting the distribution, and that leads to stress. Likewise, in this direction, I am quickly going through it. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Again, this is stress. You are pulling this out. So there will be on this face, there will be shear stress like this, which could be
Shear
represented in this manner. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Likewise, if I take this section and I have cut this portion out, I'm left with only this portion. So on this face, that is this face, I could represent the internal forces. And you see that internal forces are arbitrary oriented. I could write down the resultant of these distribution into two forms, whether it is normal or it is what? Parallel to this face. So now I have taken about this point, this small element. Now I am blowing this element so that I can study this in detail. So this is what is shown on that element. I think how many of you are conversant with this terminology? How many of you are conversant with this terminology? Pulkit.
Yes, sir.
So you might have read this in Mechanics of Deformable Bodies.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
So what are these? What is sigma xx?
Surface or direction.
Normal stress index directions.
So first subscript represents what?
Face. Face.
Direction of surface normal.
Yes, sir.
And second represents
Direction of force.
Direction of stress.
direction of stress or force itself. And commonly sigma is used for
Normal stress.
normal and tau is used for,
Shear stress.
Shear stress.
but this is not mandatory. I could represent this as tau xx also. I could represent this as this also. So please don't confuse with the symbol, because tau and sigma could be interchangeably used. So don't confuse. If I write down sigma as
Well, it is
xz,
not
it does
audible.
not mean normal. हाँ जी, कोई डाउट?
सर अभी क्या बोला? ऑडियो नहीं आई थी कुछ भी.
मैं वो ये बोल रहा हूँ, नॉर्मली आपने अपनी बीटेक में पढ़ा होगा कि सिग्मा इज फॉर नॉर्मल स्ट्रेसेस एंड tau is for shear stresses. But this is
Yes,
not
sir.
mandatory. In certain textbooks, these have been interchangeably used. That is, I could represent sigma xx as tau xx as well. There is nothing wrong in this. Likewise, instead of tau xz, I could represent sigma xz also. Likewise in this case. Are you clear? Hai?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So what do you mean by tau xz here?
So shear stress.
Shear stress acting on a
X-axis,
acting on a
X,
plane
plane.
X surface plane,
whose surface normal is in
Z direction.
Z direction.
x direction. First gives the direction of the surface normal.
Yes, a normal. Yes.
तो ये अगर ABCD प्लेन था, इसकी surface normal किस डायरेक्शन में है? X direction.
X direction.
And the second subscript gives you the direction of the force or the distribution itself. Are you clear?
Yes.
Because this is essential for understanding the subsequent topics. So if you have any doubts, please ask me. Any confusion regarding this nomenclature of first subscript and second subscript?
No, sir.
So if I ask you like this, so I have drawn this in two parts. What do you think? What are the two parts? So this was A, B, C, D, and this was E, F, G, H. And likewise, I am drawing here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So what do you think? Which planes have been shown with the stresses in this case, first case? And this is the say second case.
सर ए बी ई एच पे लग रहा है
A,
एक तो
B,
ई एच प्लेन पे
A, B, E, H. Okay, so plane A, B, E, H.
एंड सेकंड वाला सर जी एफ ई एच
G, F, E, H. And
एंड थर्ड वन इज ए एच जी डी
A, H, G, D. And what about the other one?
सबसे पहले ए बी सी डी लग रहा है एक
ABCD लग रहा है सर.
Then B, E, F, C.
सेकंड वन बी ई एफ सी
EFC.
एफ यस सर
C, F.
डाउनवर्ड वाला सर प्लेन डी
CFD.
सी एफ डी
CFDG.
Are you clear it?
यस सर
So I have made a point to show them separately. Why? What is the reason? What is so special about?
से पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव डायरेक्शंस का.
So please try to see what is happening is on these planes, that are the planes that are passing through which point? C. So
Yes,
please
sir.
remember this A, B, C, D, B, E, F, C and C, F, G, D, all of them have a common vertex at
सी
but that is not the case here.
यस सर
So for consistency, this is a convention that on faces and on the faces which pass through this point C, that is this ABCD or this BEFC or this CFGD, the outward normal in this case is positive, although it is pointing in negative x direction, negative y direction, and negative z direction. Are you clear? So we are continuing with the convention that if it is a closed surface, what do we know? The outward surface normal is positive.
कॉस्ट
Here, any doubts? In the previous case, the surface normal was coinciding with the positive x, y, and z directions. So we didn't have any problem in this. But in the case of these planes, the outward normal was actually in a direction opposite to the coordinate axis. But to maintain consistency, we will assume these to be positive, although they are pointing in corresponding negative coordinate directions. हाँ जी, clear है?
सर ऐसा क्यों, ऐसी कन्वेंशन क्यों ली है?
क्या कह रहे हो आप?
मतलब ऐसा कन्वेंशन क्यों लिया हमने? पॉजिटिव एक्स में पॉजिटिव ही मान सकते थे हम।
मान सकते हो आप, लेकिन फिर आपको वो सब कुछ चेंज करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हम क्या मान के चलते हैं, जब सिग्मा एक्स बाहर है, यहाँ पे सिग्मा एक्स बाहर है ना, तो इसका मतलब ये
Yes,
कैसा है? टेंसाइल है।
ओके ओके ठीक है,
तो ये पॉजिटिव ले लिया ना हमने, हमें तो पता नहीं क्या है क्या नहीं,
ठीक है
अपने आप
सर,
को
ओके।
नेगेटिव आ जाएगा, तो हम हर चीज पॉजिटिव लेके चलते हैं पहले,
ठीक है सर, ओके।
ठीक है ना? सो दैट इज द रीजन, ओनली द रीजन इज नॉट एनी काइंड ऑफ टेक्निकल इशू, इट इज जस्ट मैटर ऑफ कन्वेंशन, बिकॉज अदरवाइज यू विल गेट सर्टेन एब्सर्ड कन्वेंशनल साइंस, नथिंग मोर देन दैट।
ओके सर।
Clear? Any doubts to anyone?
No, sir.
Now, why I am interested in this volume? If I ask you, I am asking you a question now. Say, this was a fluid. This was a container containing the fluid. So this was, the fluids are in the container. I am asking you a question. Let me know what is the value of stress at point A, which is at a distance h from the free surface. So I assume this to be, for instance, say I assume this to be the free surface. So this is the free surface, and this point I want to find out the stress. What will be the value of stress at point A?
Your stress will be zero and only there will be normal stress there.
Only normal stress होगा sir,
Stress at point A.
due to the atmospheric pressure sir,
Yes,
plus rho GS.
plus rho GH.
Rho GH. Okay.
इसी के कारण स्ट्रेस आएगा सर only.
Can you define with this information stress at point A?
P naught plus rho GH and to A.
So you could write down P naught plus rho GH. If this was P0, then this is P0 plus rho GH. I am not asking that question. My question is this sufficient? If I ask you what is the force acting at point A, what is the stress acting at A, will you require some other thing also? Or it is sufficient data?
सर प्लेन भी तो बताना पड़ेगा.
So you need to specify
Plane, sir.
plane.
प्लेन.
So please remember, when I say stress at a point, I also need to define what?
Plane, sir.
What is the orientation of the plane at that point? Is that clear? So orientation of the plane plus passing through that point is also essential. So if I choose this plane, I have chosen this plane, I am choosing another plane, say this plane. So this plane is, say, this plane is 2, this plane is 1. Now if I ask you what is the stress at point A on a plane 1, what will be your answer?
सेम ही होगा सर, यहाँ GS से
Same ही होगा sir, rho GH ही होगा.
Rho GH होगा. So if I ask you, what is the orientation of principal plane? What will be your answer? What are the principal planes at point A?
2, sir.
1.
Hanji?
Pressure always acting perpendicular to the surface, sir. Sir, तो यहाँ plane पे
The principal in 2 होगा सर इसमें.
क्या होगा?
समय बताना है, प्लेन 1 है, प्लेन 2 होगा प्रिंसिपल प्लेन.
जैसे अगर मैं आपको ये पूछूं, अगर आपको शायद याद हो, आपको स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ मटेरियल या जो भी आपने सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा है, तो अगर मैं आपको पूछूं, ये आपके पास एक ऑब्जेक्ट है, अब ये सॉलिड मान रहा हूं मैं, और इसको यहां से मैं पुल कर रहा हूं, so I am pulling in this direction. If I ask you what is the principal plane here, say this is point A, I want you to answer what is the orientation of the principal plane. What will be your answer? What do you mean by principal plane first? What are principal planes?
1 minus sigma 2.
What are principal planes?
Sigma 1.
सर जहाँ सिर्फ नॉर्मल स्ट्रेस एक्ट करते हैं.
Only
नॉर्मल स्ट्रेस
normal stresses are there. That is planes on which only normal stresses are acting, and the plane is free from
shear stress.
Yes, yes.
shear stress. Now I ask you, you want to find out stress at point A. What will be stress at point A? Or more appropriately, what is the orientation of the principal plane at point A?
Every plane is a principal plane.
In this case,
Normal to the surface.
Not sir, in the fluid case.
in the fluid case. Hello.
Yes, sir.
And you are saying every plane is a principal plane in fluid case.
Yes, sir.
You are absolutely correct, because whichever plane you choose, what do you know? The pressure is always
Normal to the
Normal to
plane.
normal to the plane. So every plane here is a
Principal.
principal. So this is a very special case, which if you think is very interesting, that how can it be possible? Because in this case, which is the principal plane? If I draw now, say
Normal to the surface. Yes.
this, I draw a number of planes here. You know that which plane is principal plane? This one. If I ask you, what is the principal plane in this? What will your answer? I am writing down here. What will be the principal plane? This is a point. So what is the principal plane at this point? What are the principal planes? This is a principal plane.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What else is a principal plane?
Sir, इसके के
This is also a principal plane.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So you have two principal planes here.
Yes.
And had you had some arbitrary orientation like this, that is, I'm having this as the, like this. Then you will have to find out the value of the principal plane.
Yes, sir.
It will be at some angle.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If this was point A, the principal plane will be either this or a plane perpendicular to this. So you will
Yes,
have these
sir.
two as the principal planes. This was the case of solids.
Solid.
But in case of fluids, what is happening is, you know that pressure does not have any direction. It means if you take a point and you assume a small area about that point, it does not matter what orientation that area has, that area will only experience which kind of forces? What do you know? If fluid is at rest, in hydrostatic condition, what are the stresses?
Hydrostatic stress.
Hydrostatic state of stress means there are only what kind of stresses? Only
Compressive.
normal, and normal too has compressive.
Compressive.
What does that tell you? If there are only normal forces, it is not possible that if I choose a plane like this at point A, the pressure will be all only normal. Whether I choose it like this or I choose some other orientation, it does not matter. So that's why this is a very special case, or the other way around, solid is a special case of fluid. You can think about that also. So stress here is what? Isotropic. Any doubts to anyone? Stress does not vary in a particular direction. It is varying equally in all directions. So when I say find out the stress at a point, what do you know? What else should I define? Stress at a point should also be accompanied by the orientation of the plane about that point, or plane passing through that point. Any doubts to anyone? Any doubts to anyone? So how many of you have heard about this term? I think most of you might have heard.
So one degree.
So have you heard about this term?
Yes, sir.
So what are tensors?
डायरेक्शन मैग्नीट्यूड और प्लेन चाहिए होता है डिफाइन करने के लिए.
So scalar is a tensor or not?
जीरो टाइप होता है सर. फर्स्ट टाइप स्केलर.
हाँ जी?
सेकंड टाइप स्केलर होता है टेंसर सर.
स्केलर भी टेंसर होता है?
सर स्केलर एंड वेक्टर दोनों टेंसर
जीरो
होते हैं.
टाइप होता है सर ये.
जीरो ऑर्डर टेंसर होता है
Yes, sir.
हाँ जीरो ऑर्डर.
और वेक्टर क्या होता है?
फर्स्ट ऑर्डर और ये
First
सेकंड
order.
ऑर्डर टेंसर.
First order.
स्ट्रेस और स्ट्रेन क्या होते हैं?
There is second order.
These are second order.
सेकंड ऑर्डर ये प्लेन.
What does that mean? What do you mean by zero first and second order?
Zero means only magnitude.
What all you require to define a scalar? What all do you require to define a scalar?
Magnitude, sir.
Magnitude.
Magnitude.
To completely define a scalar, you require
Magnitude.
magnitude. What about vector?
Magnitude
Magnitude and
direction.
direction.
Magnitude and direction. Then stress,
Magnitude, direction, and plane, sir.
magnitude, direction and plane, or orientation of the plane.
Orientation.
So this is just second order tensor, but you can have nth order tensor as well. So that is the beauty of mathematics. But in general, what do you mean by tensor? We have all associated certain physical meanings to tensors. But what do you think what is common in all of them, if you remember? I'm giving you a hint now. Say this was the coordinate axis. So this is x, this is y, this is z. Say this was a object which was lying here and its mass was m. Now what I am doing is, so this was one kind of coordinate system. I take another coordinate system which is somewhat like this. And again the same mass is lying here. Will the mass change as I change the coordinate system? Will the mass change as I change the coordinate system?
No, sir, magnitude नहीं होगा change.
So mass does not change
Yes, sir.
as I change the coordinate system. So please remember, tensors are certain mathematical quantities in which certain things are independent of the coordinate system. They do not depend on the coordinate system, because coordinate system is a man-made mathematical simplification. So this is man-made. Coordinate system actually does not exist. It is only a simplification which helps us to analyze what is happening around. So nature does not follow any kind of coordinate system as such. So there are certain quantities that are unaffected by the coordinate systems, and those are called invariants. You might have heard about this term, invariant. So that is what remains unchanged even if I change the coordinate system. So in case of scalars, scalars are totally independent of coordinate system. They don't vary as I change the coordinate system. Is that clear? Any doubts to anyone? Any doubts to anyone?
Sir, scalars are totally.
Scalars are quantities whose magnitude do not change with change in coordinate system, change in the coordinate system. Whether I choose this red coordinate system, or had I chosen some curvilinear coordinate system also, instead of this kind of a coordinate system, had I chosen something like this. So this was some zeta 1 axis, zeta 2 axis, zeta 3 axis, and this was the mass which was lying. Then also mass will remain m only. Nothing will happen to this, whatever I do. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So mass is an invariant, whatever coordinate system I choose. What about length? It will be much better if you look at another physical quantities which is much more intuitive to imagine. Say now I am drawing this coordinate system. Say this was x, y, z. I have another coordinate system, say, which is rotated at some angle, say theta with, so this is say x dash, so this is y dash, and say this is z dash. So it has rotated, or I should mark this as a simpler one. So this is rotation about which axis? If I have z dash also in this direction. So this is a coordinate system which has been rotated about which axis? X dash, y dash, z dash. If x, y, z was one coordinate system and the other coordinate system was x dash, y dash, z dash, what is the connection between these two? What is the connection?
Origin point.
Anyone? It is x dash, y dash, z dash is just a coordinate system which is a rotated coordinate system. So if you rotate x, y, z coordinate system about the z axis, that is, you are keeping z fixed, you are rotating about the z axis, then the new axis is x dash, y dash, and the z dash axis will still lie along the z direction. Any doubts to anyone?
No, sir.
So now if I ask you, I have a scale which was like this, which was of length, say, I write down here, which was of length, I mark this here, wait for a second, say, I'm not able to draw it, wait for a second, say, so this was of, say, length L. This was some scale which was of length L. This is a scalar quantity, the length of the scale. Length of the scale is L.
Yes, sir.
Now, can you find out what are the components in X, Y, Z coordinate system of this length? What is the X component? L
Cos
cos theta.
Theta.
So this is the X component. What about Y component?
Sin theta.
L sin theta.
Now what is constant here? If you try to think about it, what should I write down? Lx square plus
Y square.
Ly square and
Ly square.
equal to
1
L.
L.
Now what about in coordinate system x dash, y dash, z dash? So this was, we have assumed that this is also at an angle of
Theta.
theta. In x dash, y dash, z dash, what will be the value? What will be Lx dash?
L
L. What will be Ly dash?
0.
Now what is there? Lx dash square plus Ly dash square is equal to L.
L.
What is not changing is the
Length, sir.
magnitude.
Magnitude.
What is changing? Components are changing. In x, y, z, you had non-zero components in x as well as in y directions. You have non-zero components. But in this coordinate system, one component went to 0 and the other component was having some finite value. So although what is changing? The components are changing, but what is not changing is
Magnitude.
magnitude. Are you clear? Any doubts to anyone? Likewise, if you take a vector quantity, say I have this xyz, I have some vector in space, this is some vector v, and I know that this vector is, say, at an angle of theta, and I have another coordinate axis which is, say, this is x dash, this is y dash, and say this is z dash only. Then also I know that v could be written down as what? V cos theta I cap plus v sin theta j cap. And v could also be written down as v, what should I write down? V I dash j cap plus 0 j dash cap. And you clear it?
Yes, sir.
Again, what is happening is, what do you know? The components, that is the x component and the y component, when you square and add and then take a under root, that thing remains the same. So what is constant here? What else is also?
Magnitude.
What about direction?
Direction is changing.
Is direction
The
changing?
direction change over.
Direction is changing or not? Whether you take this coordinate system or you take some other coordinate system, the vector is still pointing in the same direction.
Yes, sir.
Its component direction may have changed because initially it was in this direction and in this direction. Now its component is in this direction. So if you try to see, in the second case, the vector is pointing in which direction? This direction. And in this case, what is the direction? What is the direction? Again, you will take y upon x,
X.
theta,
X.
and that theta will again equal to this theta, and this will be pointing in the same direction. So vector, magnitude as well as direction are invariant. They do not change as I change the coordinate system. What changes here also when I change the coordinate system? What has changed? What changes when I change the coordinate system?
Components, sir.
Components. So please remember, we somehow are looking at components and are unaware that in nature operates in the best manner. So it tends to keep something invariant whenever things are happening to it. So because coordinate system is man-made, nature is not bothered what components are changing when you are changing the coordinate system. Nature is only bothered what about the magnitude and the direction of that particular quantity. In case of vectors, magnitude in case of scalars.
Taylor.
Any doubts to anyone? So I will leave this as an exercise to extend this concept to stress and strain. I want you to go into a little bit depth of it, then we can discuss that. Meanwhile, now it is time for tutorial, so I will come to the tutorial part. So how many of you have solved tutorial number 3? How many of you solved tutorial number 3?
सर पहला दूसरा तीसरा किया हूँ.
So you are getting correct answers?
यस सर. बस वो सर तीसरे वाले क्वेश्चन में आपने एजम्पशंस नहीं दे रखे हैं तो वो मुझे खुद से मानना पड़ा.
अच्छा एक सेकेंड.
वो रिजिड बॉडी.
Where was the tutorial? Wait for a second. So I am, wait for a second, I am. I'm taking out the tutorial number 3. So is this visible to you?
No, sir.
It is not visible to you? Your
No, sir.
screen is paused. Wait for a second. Now you are able to see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, any doubts to anyone in question number 1?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Question number 1, I think everyone has done. We have also done the other day. What about question number 2?
ये भी हो गया, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts to anyone? Pulkit? Pulkit?
नो सर.
ये हो गया आपका?
सर एक्चुअली मैं थोड़ा बाहर गया था, थोड़ा घर पे काम था, तो मैंने ट्राई नहीं किया अभी.
अच्छा, प्रशांत
Yes, sir.
ये हो गया?
हाँ सर, second हो गया.
सेकंड कैसे किया आपने? कैन यू हेल्प अस आउट? ओनली इन वन.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
So how should we proceed quickly? Let us know. So what is the governing equation here?
Sir, governing equation is rho v vector dA vector equal to 0.
Okay, so you are saying this was
Yes.
dn by dt system is equal to curly n by curly t control volume plus n rho v dot dA. So what is being conserved here? What should I put capital N equal to?
सर इसमें एजम्पशन लिए थे जिसमें कि मतलब एक तो गिवन था जैसे कि स्टेडी फ्लो है ये.
नहीं, ये तो जीरो है.
हाँ सर.
This is zero by what? Which assumption?
सर इनकम्प्रेसिबल.
Please be careful. This is zero by which assumption?
पर सिस्टम का मास कभी चेंज थोड़ी होता है.
कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास.
Conservation of mass, that is you are working in classical physics. What about this term? What about this term?
Del by del t integration rho v dv.
This is zero or a non-zero? This term.
अगर इनकम्प्रेसिबल होगा सर
This
तो
will
और
be
वॉल्यूम जीरो हो जाएगा.
जीरो हो जाएगा सर.
So what is the assumption here?
इनकम्प्रेसिबल फ्लो के साथ सर.
Incompressible or steady?
सर स्टेडी एंड इनकम्प्रेसिबल दोनों हैं इसमें.
Okay. So if it is steady only, then this is something like this: curly by curly t, triple integral rho dv. So whether rho is a constant or not, it does not matter,
यस सर.
because whatever is within this is not changing with respect to time. That means this term goes to
स्टडी फ्लो सर.
जीरो.
zero. So what are you left with? Only the third term.
कंट्रोल सरफेस सर.
So what are the
And
control
vector.
surfaces now? So I am simplifying this equation. So the entire Reynolds transport theorem now has boiled down to this expression: control surface rho v dot dA,
ये
and this should be equal to,
जीरो.
so what should I write down? Rho
कंट्रोल सर.
v dot dA plus I am writing down 4 surfaces here.
For the four sided
So this is a 4-sided polygon.
control volume.
So this entire thing should be equal to
Zero.
0. Now what about this? So I am putting here, say, AB. This is AD. This is CD, and this is BC.
सर AD वाला तो 0 हो जाएगा
Okay, AD is 0. Why?
सर, क्योंकि इस डायरेक्शन में कोई फ्लो नहीं है।
Okay, so you don't
ये
have any kind of.
फ्लैट प्लेट है सर, यहाँ पे तो इधर कोई फ्लो नहीं होगा।
Okay, so this term is 0. Any doubts to anyone? What about the AB term?
यूनिफॉर्म
A-
वेलोसिटी है।
AB टर्म में सर यूनिफॉर्म वेलोसिटी है, तो V वेक्टर इक्वल टू U हो जाएगा।
Okay, V vector is U. And what is about dA vector?
और सर जो
This is U what? I should write down UI.
यस सर,
What about dA vector?
सर जो DA वेक्टर होगा वो हो जाएगा यहाँ पे जो उसकी एक तो सर विड्थ दे रखी है 0.6 मीटर
Okay.
परपेंडिकुलर टू द पेपर टू बी W इक्वल टू 0.6 मीटर। एक तो सर यहाँ पे W हो जाएगा और DY डायरेक्शन में लग रहा है सर ये।
तो ये लेंथ कितनी गिवन है?
सर ये वाला पॉइंट ये तो 5 mm है सर ये।
तो ये
बाउंड्री लेयर थिकनेस
डेल्टा
सर, ये-
W
डेल्टा इंटू W DY।
W तो dy कहाँ से आ गया? क्या लिखूं यहाँ पे? कौन सा आई कैप लिखूं?
यस सर,
नेगेटिव लिखूं?
आई कैप सर ये नेगेटिव आएगा।
Negative. So any doubts to anyone? DA for BA या AB is equal to delta minus delta into W I cap. Any doubts to anyone? And V is UI. Any doubts to anyone? What about CD?
सर जो CD होगा वो यहाँ पे सॉल्व होके सर मेरा ये आ रहा था रोड
So you will put the value of U from here.
गिवन इक्वेशन 2y अपॉन लैम्डा डेल माइनस y अपॉन डेल स्क्वायर।
माइनस वाई अपॉन डेल्टा स्क्वायर। अभी इसके साथ क्या लगाऊं? आई कैप?
इसके साथ सर आई कैप आएगा।
आई कैप डॉट डीए क्या इसमें सेम है?
यस सर, सेम आएगा इसका।
डेल्टा ओमेगा आई कैप, बट नाउ इट इज पॉजिटिव बिकॉज दिस इज पॉइंटिंग इन दिस डायरेक्शन.
यस सर,
द प्रीवियस केस डीए वाज पॉइंटिंग इन नेगेटिव.
अपोजिट।
Clear है? Delta is what? If you want to find out for the small, because this is integral term, so this will be not delta dot W, so this will be dy into W, and the integration will go from what to what?
सर 0 टू डेल्टा, मतलब 0 से लेके ये जाएगा 0.5 mm तक।
Okay, 0 to delta. So any doubts to anyone? Any doubts to anyone?
सर इसमें एलिमेंटल एरिया आपने क्या लिया?
अच्छा, आप इसमें ऐसे ले लीजिए. It is more correct to write it like this. Say I take this as the elemental area. Wait for a second. Yeah, I take this as the elemental area. Say this thing as the elemental area. और इसमें क्या है? This is dy. This is dy. और जो ये इस डायरेक्शन में है, वेट ये w है.
हाँ अब सही।
तो ये बेसिकली अगर मेरे को छोटा एरिया लेना है, सो दिस इज dy इंटू,
W
और w क्योंकि ऑलरेडी आ गया तो जो सरफेस इंटीग्रल था वो लाइन में कन्वर्ट हो गया. वो सिर्फ अब क्योंकि dy वेरिएबल है
हाँ वही सर 0 to 5।
तो वो 0 to 5 mm जो भी है. हाँ जी, बताइए. एनी डाउट एनीवन? Any doubts to anyone? So you have got the values of these sigmas, sorry, these surface integrals for AB, AD, CD. You need to find out for BC.
B and BC.
BC.
So you know that all of them are equal to 0.
0.
So AD
इक्वेट करके यहाँ से इसकी आ जाएगी सर बी एंड सी की।
and BC. तो ये आपको तीनों चीजें नोन होगी। Sum of all these integrals is equal to 0. You can find out the value of BC. Any doubts, anyone? What about question number 3?
सर ये जो रिजिड टैंक है, रिजिड टैंक होगा ना कि सर सिर्फ टैंक ही है?
कौन से वाला?
सर ये तीसरे क्वेश्चन, अगर दो एग्जाम्पल्स दिए होते सर कि प्रॉपर्टीज विल यूनिफॉर्म थ्रू आउट, हाँ ये तीसरा वाला सर।
हाँ
अगर इसमें दो एग्जाम्पल्स मेंशन करना चाहिए था सर कि प्रॉपर्टी यूनिफॉर्म है एट दैट गिवन टाइम, नहीं तो सर फिर डेंसिटी लगातार चेंज होगी, अंदर भी एक्स वाई का फंक्शन भी होगा और टाइम का भी होगा सर, तो वो ज्यादा कैलकुलेशन टफ हो जाएगा सर।
अच्छा, तो वो एजम्पशन होगी कि हर जगह यूनिफॉर्म, मतलब वो क्वाजी स्टैटिक स्टेट पहुंच जाती है हर इंस्टेंट पे।
हाँ वही सर, इसमें दिया नहीं था इसलिए उसको लेना पड़ा कैलकुलेशन सिंपल करने।
क्वाजी स्टैटिक इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेट आप बोलते हैं इसको, कि जैसे वो हम क्वेश्चन पे आ रहे हैं कि टैंक में से जब एयर निकल रही है हर इंस्टेंट पे टैंक के विद इन इक्विलिब्रियम एस्टैब्लिश हो जा रहा है।
हाँ वही।
ठीक है, तो ये आपका क्या नेम है?
सौरभ सर।
हाँ जी सौरभ, तो कैसे प्रोसीड करेंगे इसको? तो पहले क्वेश्चन आपने पढ़ लिया ऑलरेडी
सर?
आपने क्वेश्चन पढ़ लिया। आई एम गिविंग 15 seconds टू रीड दिस क्वेश्चन। दिस इज द कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग डायग्राम फॉर इट। देन सौरभ विल हेल्प अस टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन। So this is the question. Please read this out quickly. Then we will discuss this question. Has everyone read this question now? Sayyid. Sayyid. Vipin. Vipin,
Yes, sir.
have you read this question?
Yes, reading.
Quickly, Subek.
Yes, sir.
So help us to solve this question along with Saurabh. So Subek and Saurabh, please help us to solve this question.
सर सबसे पहले हम एजम्पशंस इसमें 3 लेंगे सर कि जो वॉल से फ्लो हो रहा है वो स्टडी फ्लो है और प्रॉपर्टीज रिजिड टैंक को रिजिड लेंगे, इसलिए सर हाँ सर सबसे पहले ये लेंगे कि वॉल से जो फ्लो हो रहा है वो स्टडी है। और दूसरा ये लेंगे कि सर प्रॉपर्टी यूनिफॉर्म है थ्रू द टैंक एट गिवन टाइम सर।
Property is uniform throughout the tank
at given time।
टाइम डिपेंडेंट हो जाएगा फिर ये
नहीं हो जाएगा अगर वो रिजल्ट नहीं होता तो
given point in time।
उसके बाद सर और ये रिजल्ट है
तो
कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम नीचे सर, इसलिए हमने स्टडी फ्लो लिया। अगर स्टडी फ्लो सर नहीं लेंगे तो डेंसिटी विल, अगर जैसे ही वॉल हम ओपन करेंगे सर और इसके अंदर जो एयर है वो सडनली बाहर जाएगी तो डेंसिटी वेलोसिटी के साथ साथ डेंसिटी चेंज होने लगेगी सर, और अंदर भी फंक्शन एक्स वाई जेड का है तो बहुत ज्यादा डेंसिटी चेंज होने लगेगी पूरे डोमेन में।
स्टडी का मतलब फिर ये तो आप क्वेश्चन में निकालना क्या है?
क्वेश्चन में ये निकालना है सर कि एट गिवन टाइम पे डेंसिटी कैसे चेंज हो रही है इंस्टेंटेनियस।
हाँ, तो अगर टाइम से चेंज निकाल रहे हो तो स्टडी फ्लो क्यों होगा?
नहीं सर, मैं एट t बराबर 0 पे मान के चल रहा हूँ कि सारी जितनी भी प्रॉपर्टीज हैं वो यूनिफॉर्म है सर।
यूनिफॉर्म तो अलग बात है
सर। स्टेडी फ्लो होगा या यूनिफॉर्म फ्लो होगा?
स्टेडी फ्लो के लिए तो सर चेंज इन
steady क्यों होगा?
डेंसिटी 0 हो जाएगी।
Why steady? So we will come to this part. I am not writing down here anything. We will discover what happens. So Saurabh has called steady, I think, and Prashant has called uniform.
Uniform. Yes, sir.
So we look at it. What is the correct answer? So what else? What else?
उसके बाद सर फिर हम वही डेल एन बाई डेल टी सिस्टम
Del.
डेल एन बाई डेल टी सिस्टम इज इक्वल टू डेल बाई डेल टी रो डेल वी।
Okay, so these are the two
और ये
assumptions
भी
you are saying.
हाँ ये सर मैं यही मान के चला हूँ सर।
Okay. Wait for
और
a
कंट्रोल सर यहाँ कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम भी रिजिड पूरा वॉल तक है थ्रू द वॉल।
I am coming to the figure part. So this is a tank. So I will draw a tank here as well so that it is clear. So this is a, wait for a second. So this is a tank which is opened at one end. So this is the tank and it has an opening like this. So you know that this is a, I think, mass conservation equation. So you know that
yes
dN by dt system is equal to curly M by curly T system control volume plus
integration
n rho v dot dA, and we know that in this case it is mass conservation. So capital N is equal
Yes,
to
sir.
small m and small n is equal to 1. So that is the
One.
first step. So please, whenever you start with a question, write down the Reynolds transport theorem so that there is no silly mistake you commit. Because if you have written down this wrong, you will get finally the wrong answer only, whatever assumptions you make. So n is capital N is small m. So I am writing down here dm by dt system is equal to m I writing down as rho into dv triple integral plus control surface rho v dot dA. Now first of all, before you start with the question, you need to choose a control volume. So what is the control volume here?
to the wall पर control volume देंगे।
Walls are the control volume. So I could put it like this. This is the wall and the system is something. This is, say, the control volume. So this red part is the control volume and this blue part is giving the boundary of the system, that is the air itself. Some air is flowing out, so I'm writing down air in with blue color only. So air is coming out of this face. So what about this term?
0
This is equal to 0 because we are dealing with classical mechanics. What about this term? What about this term?
ये तो कांस्टेंट है सर, वॉल का एरिया दे रखा है, सब कुछ दे रखा है।
तो ये गिवन है, तो यहाँ पे तो कुछ एग्जिट नहीं हो रहा है, ना इनलेट हो रहा है।
Yes.
Only one surface is there, and the surface normal of this surface is in which direction?
Positive x-axis.
And velocity is also in
X-axis.
इसी डायरेक्शन में।
तो v भी इधर है और v की भी डायरेक्शन है।
मास फ्लो रेट।
तो ये कितना है, बताएंगे कुछ? So it is given already.
ये सर आया, हाँ ये सर दिया है, रो वी ए दे रखा है।
कितना गिवन है?
तीनों दे रखा है सर, डेंसिटी भी उस टाइम पे दे रखी है, डेंसिटी और वेलोसिटी एरिया तीनों रो वी ए।
What is the density?
डेंसिटी दे रखा है सर 6 kg per meter cube। नहीं ये तो फ्लो रेट है।
kg per meter cube is the
So 6 दिया।
हाँ
6 है,
दे रखा है
kg
sir,
per
kg
meter
per
cube, this is rho.
Okay.
V is given to you 300.
300 meter per second।
300
Area is given
65
एरिया दे रखा है
65 millimeters.
मिलीमीटर में सर, चेंज कर लीजिए।
So I am now solving this part. So this part becomes equal to what? So you have V and area pointing in the same direction. So 300 into 65. So this is 10 minus 6 into 6.
into 6।
So this is what is this term? Any doubts to anyone?
No sir.
Now what about this term?
वॉल्यूम सर, वॉल्यूम कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम तो चेंज नहीं हो रहा। डेंसिटी टाइम के साथ हम एट टी इक्वल टू 0 पे देख रहे हैं, तो डेल रो बाई डेल टी टाइम का फंक्शन है सर। सर हमने जो स्टडी इसलिए माना था, अगर हम स्टडी नहीं मानेंगे तो सर मास फ्लो रेट जो इन है और आउट वो दोनों सेम नहीं होगा सर। इसका मतलब एक्यूमुलेट हो रहा है वॉल में कहीं।
चलो मैं यहाँ पे कर रहा हूँ, यहाँ से ध्यान से देखो जो आप बात कह रहे हो। तो ये है ऐसे,
ठीक है,
रो डी क्लियर है? ये तो क्लियर है, ये वाली टर्म लिखी है मैंने।
हाँ यस।
Now can I take out rho outside the integral?
Yes sir।
Yes sir।
Why?
तभी निकालेंगे, हाँ तभी निकालेंगे सर जब वो टाइम का फंक्शन होगा।
Can I take rho outside the integral? I am writing down this as curly by curly t rho triple integral dv. With what assumption could I take rho out of the integral sign?
अगर कांस्टेंट होगा तो
इनकम्प्रेसिबल फ्लो से।
If it is
इनकम्प्रेसिबल,
no
यूनिफॉर्म
यूनिफॉर्म फ्लो।
यूनिफॉर्म फ्लो, क्योंकि dv मान लो ये इंटीग्रेट किस में कर रहा है? वॉल्यूम के क्रॉस।
यस
अगर हर इंस्टेंट पे मान लो यहाँ से कुछ एयर निकली थी, कुछ एयर निकल गई, और एयर निकलने के बाद यहाँ पे डेंसिटी चेंज होगा, ठीक है? लेकिन इमीडिएटली मान लो डेंसिटी फिर एक नए नॉर्मल पे आ जाती है। जैसे मान लीजिए पहले डेंसिटी एग्जांपल थी 1, कुछ एयर बाहर निकल गई, डेंसिटी रहेगी 0.9, तो 0.9 पूरे रीजन में 0.9 है। पहले रीजन में 0.1 थी, फिर और निकल गई तो 0.8 होगी, तो 0.8 पूरे रीजन में है। तो दैट्स व्हाई आई कुड टेक रो आउट ऑफ द इंटीग्रल साइन। एंड क्लियर है?
यस।
Yes sir।
Any doubts to anyone? So what is this integral equal to?
v del रो बाई डेल टी।
This is v only.
हाँ यस।
This is the
कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम चेंज।
volume of the
0
control surface.
ये 0.05 होगा ना फिर।
And this is volume of the control volume, sorry. So I could, this is
Yes,
now
sir.
what? Curly by curly t rho into volume. Clear है? This dv integral I have written down as v. Any doubts to anyone?
Yes sir।
Now v is not changing with respect to
No.
time. So I could write down this as like this. Any doubts to anyone? I could take the volume outside the differential sign because v is not a function of time. V is given to you
Yes sir। 0.05।
0.05. So you know that v curly rho by curly t is equal to 300 into 65 into 10 minus 6 into 6. So you can find out what? Curly rho by
curly
curly
t।
t, and this is, these are the values at what? T equal to 0 second.
0।
And the Saurabh, now you got it. We cannot take it as steady state.
लेकिन सर एक क्वेश्चन था
हाँ।
कि अगर हम वॉल पे स्टडी करें, अगर हम जहां से मास फ्लो बाहर हो रहा है,
हाँ।
अगर हम स्टडी नहीं लेके चलेंगे, इसका मतलब कुछ मास एक्यूमुलेट हो रहा है सर।
नहीं
तो wall
आप समझे नहीं बात।
बाहर।
आप मेरी ध्यान से बात समझो। जो ये बता रहा है दिस इज इंस्टेंटेनियस,
ओके सर।
क्योंकि ये जो वैल्यूज हैं ये तो वेरी कर जाएंगी ना, t इज इक्वल टू 1 सेकेंड पे थोड़ा ये होगा आंसर।
हाँ हाँ ये चेंज हो जाएगा।
आप समझ रहे हो, क्योंकि t इक्वल टू 0 पे सब कुछ गिवन था, तो आपने निकाला कर ली 2 बाय कर ली t एट t इक्वल टू 0।
हाँ
t इक्वल टू 1 सेकेंड हो गया तो इसके अंदर कुछ और बाहर आ चुका है और इसकी डेंसिटी भी वेरी कर चुकी है।
हाँ
हाँ जी, क्लियर है। So this is unsteady, not steady. Any doubts to anyone? किसी को कोई भी डाउट? Any doubts to anyone? No, sir. Now move to question number 4. Quickly. I will only give hints to subsequent questions because I want you to apply brains. We have already discussed few questions. I think we have also discussed the last question as well, little bit. That was the conveyor belt.
Yes sir.
सर एक बार कंजर्वेशन ऑफ लीनियर मोमेंटम बेस्ड क्वेश्चन थोड़ा डिस्कस कर दीजिए, लास्ट वाला सर, मैं उस दिन नहीं आ पाया।
अच्छा ये वाला?
हाँ ये
ठीक है।
थोड़ा मुझे दिक्कत हो रही है वो सर वेलोसिटी में।
क्या आप पहले ये ड्रॉ कर लें एक बार, ये आपने हॉपर हो गया, हॉपर के अंदर देयर इज सम सैंड and sand is falling in vertical direction, and there is a conveyor belt here which is moving at some velocity. So they say this velocity is, what is this velocity?
5 meter per second.
5 meter per second.
5 meter per second. And what is this velocity? 3 meter per second.
3 meters.
And what else is given to you? 500 kg per second flow rate. So flow rate here is 500
Belt,
kg.
sir, belt moving हो रही 3 meter per second.
नहीं, बेल्ट तो 5 पे है, 3 पे है।
सर 3 पे ऊपर क्वेश्चन में दिया है ना,
Belt 3
moving at
पर
3 meter per
and sand 5 पर है।
अच्छा ये उल्टा हो गया फिर से, देखो हो गया 3 और ये हो गया 5. So this is 3 meter per second and this is 5 meter per second.
Yes.
Okay. So we know that we want to find out what is the question, what is asked in the question.
Tension required.
Tension required. So you want to know that what force will be required to pull this belt towards right. So you know that by linear conservation or linear momentum, what is there? d n by dt system. This is equal to what? Sum of surface force and
Body force.
body force. Should be equal to curly F by curly T control volume plus surface integral n rho v dot dA. Is it clear?
dA. Yes.
Now this is conservation of linear momentum, so n goes to, now we will look at it, what does n go to, but I will not do it here now. So first of all, you want to find out force in which direction. You want to find out force in which direction?
X-axis.
X direction. So it means you should write down X momentum conservation equation.
Yes.
And that is clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
First clear in your mind that what direction are you conserving the momentum? You could conserve in either of the three directions, but in this question you only require it for x-axis. So we will only do it for x-axis. Why to do it for y or z-axis? Because we don't require that. So now with this background, now let me know what should be the value of capital N.
MV.
M. I want in which direction?
Q.
X direction?
Yes, sir.
And
I want in x direction.
Hello. Yes, sir.
And small n should be equal to?
U.
Q.
U only.
So where should I choose the control surface? I am choosing here. So this is the control volume. This is the control volume, and this was the sand which was getting accumulated here. So what should I write down now? Be careful in this. Now I want to write down the x momentum conservation equation. So that means F, or I should start with d m
X.
upon dt
G3.
system is equal to what? F S. Fs is plus Fb. What should I mark this as? Sx and B
X.
X.
BX.
So I'm not putting any kind of vector here because this is not a vector, this is a component now. This should be equal to what? Curly M U
U
by curly T
by T
control volume
volume.
plus. Now what should I write down here instead of N? U
U.
rho
Rho.
T dot
U.
dA. Are you clear? Hai?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts to anyone? Now, is there any body force acting in x direction?
No, sir.
The system goes to zero. Clear? Any doubts to anyone? Now, what about this? These two. So Fsx should be equal to the tension force,
Yes, sir.
and this should equal these two terms, sum of these two terms. So what about this term? Can I write down this m? What should I write down this as? Curly by curly t, triple integral, control volume, rho
U
dv.
dV.
Yes.
Any doubt to anyone? Or I should have written down this like, I could write down this as this also. Say, I could write down this as, say, this also. Can I write down this also? Can I write down this
Yes.
this like this also?
Zero हो जाएगा.
क्या जीरो हो जाएगा? What will be zero?
Mass change हो रहा है.
मास तो चेंज हो रहा है. So please try to see this second term represents what? It represents the rate of change of momentum within the control volume. So this pink control volume is the mass changing its momentum in when it enters, or I should say whether the momentum of the control volume, momentum of the sand is changing within this control volume or not. Originally x direction में क्या momentum था? इस कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम से एंटर करने से पहले? 0. What is the change in momentum, rate of change of momentum in x direction when it enters this control volume? What is the rate of change of momentum when this enters the control volume?
0 sir.
हाँ जी,
0.
सोच के बताओ। जैसे अब मैं आपको पूछूं, ये मास m थी, इसका ये v वेलोसिटी से मूव कर रही थी, m1 था, v1 था, इसको आपने फोर्स लगाई तो इसका हो गया m1, अब ये v2 से मूव कर रहा है, तो कितना मोमेंटम चेंज हुआ? आप कैसे करते थे? ये t इज इक्वल टू
m v2
ये t इज इक्वल टू t2 पे था, तो कैसे करते थे आप? m1 इंटू
v2 minus
v2 माइनस v1 अपॉन
T2.
ऐसे करते थे।
yes.
लेकिन अब इससे थोड़ा डिफरेंट केस है। अब क्या केस है? मान लो ये m1 था, ये वेलोसिटी v1 से जा रहा था, इस पे क्या हुआ, और इस पे आपने फोर्स लगा रखी है उसकी, और सडनली अब क्या हुआ, इसके ऊपर कुछ एक ब्लॉक आके गिर गया जिसका मास m2 था, और अभी भी ये मान लो वेलोसिटी, मान लो ये वेलोसिटी किससे मूव कर रहा है? मान लो अब v2 से कर रहा है। अब इसका मास कितना है?
m1 plus m2.
m1 plus m2। तो अब मुझे बताओ इसका क्या चेंज होगा? बेसिकली क्या लिखूंगा मैं? m1 plus m2
m1 plus m
into v2
into v2
minus
v2 minus v1
double v1.
हाँ
m1 v1 अपॉन v2 minus v1। क्लियर है? हाँ जी, क्लियर है?
Yes sir.
अब मैं इसका एक और स्पेशल केस पूछ रहा हूं आपको, जो ये कन्वेयर बेल्ट से मिलता जुलता है। वो केस क्या है कि ये m1 था, ये v1 से मूव कर रहा था, अब ये m1 और ये m2 दोनों v1 से मूव कर रहे हैं। अब किसके बराबर होगा? अब जो मोमेंटम चेंज आया वो किसकी वजह से आया?
m2 की वजह से.
हाँ
ये मास की वजह से।
मास की वजह से सर.
तो यहां पे देखो, ये कन्वेयर बेल्ट तो एक कांस्टेंट स्पीड से मूव कर रही है।
Yes.
तो इसके अंदर इन दोनों में से कौन सी टर्म जीरो है और कौन सी टर्म नॉन जीरो है?
du by dt 0 होगी सर
du by dt।
और
क्योंकि कांस्टेंट से मूव कर रहा है।
ये क्या है? ये क्या चीज होगी? u आप
Constant mass.
फॉर्म
3 है, करली m बाय करली t क्या होगा? इस रेट से बढ़ रहा है यहाँ पे मास
यस सर
500।
हाँ
Yes, sir.
500 kg
हाँ जी, क्लियर है?
Yes sir.
ठीक है। और मान लीजिए ये कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम बड़ा है, इसमें से निकल नहीं रहा अभी कुछ, तो ये टर्म क्या होगी?
0 हो जाएगी।
ये 0 होगी। प्लीज रिमेंबर, हम इसमें ये इंक्लूड क्यों नहीं कर रहे? कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम में ये भी तो नीचे जा रहा है, ये क्यों नहीं इंक्लूड कर रहे? क्योंकि हमने क्या है ये दिस, व्हाट इज दिस? मोमेंटम ई फ्लक्स माइनस मोमेंटम इन फ्लक्स इन विच डायरेक्शन? एक्स डायरेक्शन। तो यहां पे कोई मोमेंटम एक्स डायरेक्शन में ऐड हो रहा है?
वाई डायरेक्शन में हो रहा है।
यहां पे हमने अज्यूम कर लिया कि कुछ जा नहीं रहा, इसका मतलब ये टर्म क्या होगी? 0।
0
कितना आ गया? fsx इक्वल टू ओनली दिस टर्म
5 only this
1500 I think
3 into 500।
3 into 500।
Yes,
so
sir.
that is the answer also. Any doubts to anyone?
एक बार दोबारा समझा दो, वो सेकंड टर्म कैसे 0 होगी?
देखो क्या है कि ये बॉल वाली बात समझ आ गई थी आपको? ये
Yes,
बॉल
sir.
वाली बात समझ आ गई कि नहीं?
Yes sir. Yes sir. Yes.
तो थर्ड केस क्या था कि मास m1 ही था, वो v1 से मूव
Yes.
कर रहा था,
Okay.
और इस पे हमने कुछ एक छोटी बॉल इस पे एकदम से आ गई m2,
Yes.
तो अब कितना मोमेंटम हो गया? m1 plus m2 into v1।
Yes sir.
ठीक है। तो मोमेंटम जो चेंज हो सकता है वो दो चीजें की वजह से हो सकता है, या तो उसकी वेलोसिटी चेंज हो जाए
यस सर,
या
या
उसकी
तो मास
मास चेंज हो जाए। अब कन्वेयर बेल्ट में क्या चेंज हो रहा है?
मास सर,
मास। कन्वेयर बेल्ट की स्पीड तो चेंज नहीं हो रही।
नो सर,
अब क्लियर है?
नो,
So that means this term is
u by dt, del u by del t can be
and this is
yes,
0.
0.
So please don't confuse with the system. Please remember, we also know that dm by dt for a system is 0, but this is a control volume. And clear hai? So I'm breaking for today. I think we have run out of time. So it is already 2 minutes past the scheduled time. So I will break for today. We will discuss the subsequent things in the next lecture. And please remember, you need to submit this tutorial sheet completely solved by Sunday 5 p.m. Sunday 5 p.m. you
Okay,
need to complete and submit. Okay then.
कल हॉलीडे हो सर?
Sir, I will let you know. I will send a message to Prashant accordingly. Okay.